Okay, this could be a lot of fun, ladies and gentlemen. I am attempting to stream and record. Let's see. There we go. Forgive me while I try to figure all this out because I have no idea what I'm doing. We're trying to stream and record at the same time, see what kind of quality I get, and just to test things out, I'm going to be playing one of the favorite games I've had from my youth, from the 8-bit Nintendo system, Baseball Stars, which I believe is the best baseball game ever made. Not of all time, because that would be a pretty crazy claim, but certainly for the 8-bit era. I'm pretty confident in saying that. Now, why do I feel this way? Because this game offered a lot of content for the day. A lot of people think, maybe younger players, younger gamers out there, and this is no knock on you all. Obviously, the game industry has exploded because of, the industry growing and things like that. But many of you might think that customization for teams and games and things like that is a new development, like maybe the PlayStation era, somewhere around there, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. But no, way back in the Nintendo Entertainment System era, the 8-bit system, there was a game that had customization. And I don't know if there are other games out there that had this that I just don't know about. I didn't play every single Nintendo game ever made, but as far as I know, this is the only baseball game where you could make your own team, name your own team, name your own players. Now, there are limits because this is only the 8-bit system, but I'm going to go through here and just show you the very basics of this game. I'm doing a proof of concept video right now to make sure that I can stream and record at the same time with the limitations of my PC. As you can tell, I'm not very high-tech right now with all my equipment. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm figuring it out as I go along, and hopefully this all works. If it doesn't, oh well, we'll find out. So we're going to go ahead and make a team. Now, you get a whole bunch of different options on how to make a team to start out with. There are some codes in this game, which I'm not going to get into now because that would just take too long, where you can make powered-up teams. But for right now, I'm going to make just a generic team, and I'm going to go with defense, because I think defense wins championships, at least in this game early on. And then, as you can see, it's named Bears Team 4. You have 16 characters to name your team. There's 8 up at the top and 8 at the bottom, and you can call it anything you want as long as it's 16 characters. Now I'm going to call this one... what am I going to call it? I'm trying to think of the logos that are in there. How about Fancy Falcons? Why not? And there's a logo in there that looks kind of like a bird. Might be a falcon, might not be. You'll see when I get there. And the user interface is fairly clunky, but you get used to it after a while. Up and down moves your row. A forward a space, and then left and right. One character at a time. Hitting the B button will get you to the end. I want a space here, because make the team nice and even here. Falcons. So, yeah, knowing how to shortcut when you're in a row helps you speed through this a little bit. Fancy Falcons. And as you can see, there are a few more logos I could choose from. I've already made a couple of teams because I've done this test video a number of times already and had it not work. So, you don't get to choose your own colors and make your own mascot, but you can choose from pre-selected team colors and logos. So since I called this team the Falcons, I'm going to go to the thing that looks kind of like a bird, so I'm going to be white and sort of a lavender color. Fine. Good enough. Are you sure? Fine. Yeah, sure I am. Okay, now that we've made the team, we can actually look at the team. So let's do that. Now this game comes as standard, the computer teams. You have the American Dreams, Ninja Black Sox, Brave Warriors, Japan Robins, World Powers, Ghastly Monsters, Lovely Ladies. There are female players in this game, and that's one of the codes I can show you. And the SNK Crushers. Now, SNK made this game, so you'd think the SNK Crushers would be the best team in the game. It's the direct opposite of that. So, let's take a look at our Fancy Falcons. So, as you can see, all these guys have generic names for now. It's 6 characters long, and that's how many characters you have to name a player. So, let's take a look at a pitcher. The first two pitchers you have here are going to be your starting rotation. There's only a two-man rotation in this game. That's just how it is. These two pitchers here are middle relievers. You can make another one a starter and rotate out as many pitchers as you want in the starting rotation. You just got to remember to change that pitcher because it's all automatically going to just rotate between the two. And then your last pitcher here is usually what they call the closer, the last inning, late inning specialist. So let's take a look at pitcher 1. And you can see right up there in the top corner, his salary is $16,000. And that means something in this game because you see all these stats here. Stamina, speed, left curve, right curve, drop, and prestige. Well, they're all rated on a scale of 0 to 15, 0 being terrible, 15 being the best. You can see a point total at 34, and then the max of 74. A perfect player in this game, because there's 6 categories of 15 max, would be 90. Well, obviously, you can't be perfect. There is a way to get a perfect player in this game. You have to buy them, essentially. We'll get into that a little later. So, power up. Well, if I have enough money, and right now I do at $31,000, I can buy this player's contract and get anywhere from 1 to 6 points to power up any of these stats that I want. But I'm not going to do that right now because for now, with 12 stamina, 10 speed, he's good enough to do what I need to do. See other abilities. There is no designated hitter in this game, so the pitchers also have to hit, and they have their own hitting stats too. So here are all the hitting stats. And you can see he's not going to be much of a hitter, but pitchers usually aren't anyway. That's not their main job. Let me go in, while I'm here, I'll explain the offensive and defensive categories. Hitting is how well you make contact with the ball. The higher the contact rating, the more likely you are to make contact with a pitched ball. Well, as you can see, he's not going to hit the ball if he swings at it, most likely. Batting is how much power you have. The higher that number, the more you're likely to drive a ball into the outfield and hit home runs. Running is how fast you run the bases and move around in the field. Defense is basically the strength of your arm, how hard you can throw the ball. Luck is a generic category that some people think does nothing. Other people think it helps with lucky plays, like when you want to go and rob a home run. You can do that in this game. Your outfielders can climb a wall and try to catch a home run ball. And I've done that in a previous video that I tried to record for this, but it's in my YouTube channel where I just, out of nowhere, caught a home run and robbed a home run. It's pretty amazing because it doesn't happen that often, but I managed to catch one. Or making a base hit drop in, or maybe striking out a batter, something like that. Prestige is how popular a player is, and in turn, how much money this player will generate for you when you win a ball game. So, obviously right now, this person is not helping me win much money when I do win a game. So, let's look at my second pitcher. Now, starting out, your players are not going to be very well powered up. They're just going to be kind of mediocre, but you're looking to maximize the team as best you can. You see, he's got some speed, but no stamina. He's not supposed to pitch that many innings. He's a 1 or 2 inning pitcher at most. One other thing I didn't cover, if you look up here by Pit RO, I think I'm pointing to it. This is kind of reversed image, so I'm trying to do my best here. You have right overhand pitchers, you have left overhand pitchers, and then you have sidearm pitchers, right sidearm, left sidearm, and then the female pitchers actually, if they're listed as a sidearm, they actually throw windmill underhand. It's kind of neat that they put that in this game. So I have a left overhand, right overhand, this is right overhand, sorry, right overhand. So I don't have any sidearm pitchers on this team, but that's fine. My starting shortstop, well, he can actually run pretty well and play decent defense. You're going to want strong defense from your shortstop because he's going to have to make some long throws. The same thing as your third baseman. You're going to want them to have a decent defense rating. I'd say at least 10, if not better. So he could play maybe not shortstop, maybe second base. My second baseman has decent defense too. 8 runnings, not bad. You can see they don't hit all that well, but that's okay for now. Left fielder, he's pretty well balanced overall, but not a great player. And you can see, generally speaking, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th players from your positional players are usually going to be your highest, max, and best players. The catcher, as you can see, he's got an 81. Can't run, plays defense okay hitter. First base, he's an 82, so there you go. 4 and 5, 3 and 6. Not wonderful. Center fielder, this guy's going to need some running, and he's not too bad. Right field, he's not good at all, really. Third baseman, well, he can kind of play some defense, which is what I need, but sometimes if you go to the bench, you have a 5-man bench, you can substitute these players in as a pinch hitter, pinch fielder, or sub them as starters if you want, and generally speaking, this guy's not too bad. He could be a pinch runner, 7 speed, not bad. But you can generally find maybe 1 or 2 good players that you could start from your bench that are better than the guys in the starting lineup. This guy's not tremendous. This guy's a little more balanced. Usually it's this guy. Yeah, 9 and 8. That's not bad. And then the last guy, 8 and 12. So if I had to pick a shortstop based on this, I would go with this guy. Even though he can't hit at all, that's not what I need my shortstop to do. I need him to make defensive plays. You see he's got the best defense on the team with 12. That's pretty good. His running's okay. So if I was going to power up anybody, it would probably be him and give him some hitting so that he could at least make some plays with the bat. So let's power him up real quick and see how many points I get. I only get 1. That's not going to help me. Now I get 4. Okay, that's not too bad. I could power him up one more time. Maybe give him a couple more contact and a little bit of power so that the ball goes somewhere when he hits it. That should be good. And then when I go to play a game, there's 2 ways to play a game. You can go versus, which is a one-on-one. You can verse somebody else. You can play against the computer, or you can have the computer play against itself. And you can win some money that way if you win the ball game. There's also league play where you can set up a league with up to 6 players. I'm just going to go ahead and make a new league. You can go up to 6 teams with up to 25 games and play that season. One of the teams will be yours, so you'll play 125 games. So right now, let me just do a versus game. And we're going to go 1 player. So the 1 is your team, and unfortunately you always have to be the away team. So I'm just going to pick my team. And the C is for computer. And we're going to let that be the SNK Crushers. Alright. Now, I got to make a change here. Player change. This guy's not going to be my shortstop. I had another guy. Uh-oh, I didn't name him. But I think it was the... Let me back out, because I should have renamed my character. And I should show you that, too. Oops. Oh, well, we're going to play this game, apparently. As is. And I'll just play maybe an inning or so, just to show you what the game looks like. And I'll go back out and... see what I can do here. Run! That's going to be a foul ball. There's 3 different batting stances for your players. There's this upright stance that this player has right here. Oh, there's a sinker pitch. There's a squatted over, hunched over kind of batting stance like this player. And he's just throwing it just slow enough. You can hear the lovely background music. And that's going to drop in for a base hit, and I wish people would stop calling me right now because the phone hasn't been ringing at all today until I decide to record. That's my luck. Such is life. Uh-oh, they got me picked off. I fell for it. I took a lead, and they threw it right to the base that I was going to. And there's a line drive up the middle, and a base hit. That might... Nope, center fielder's got it. I was about to say it might go by the center fielder. Sometimes it does, depending on how bad the defense is on the team. I got a lot of these upright batters, don't I? There's the other stance is what I call the Cal Ripken stance. You'll see what I mean. If you're a fan of baseball for a long time and you've seen Cal Ripken play baseball, it's sort of a mix between the upright and the hunched over. And they might have somebody on the other team that has that stance. There it is right there. So Vince has it. So those are your 3 different batting styles. And the ladies, when they play, they have a couple of different batting stances too. User interface is pretty simple. B button will make you run to a base. B and up will make you run to second base. B and to the left will make you run to third base. B and down makes you run home. And B, just the B button alone will make you run to first base. When you hit the ball, your batter automatically runs to first base. You don't have to prompt him at all. Throwing is with the A button, just the same mechanics. You want to throw to first, you can hit the A button or right an A. If you want to throw to second, up an A, third, left an A, home, down an A. Pitching is the A button. A and down throws a fastball. A and to the right is your right curve. A and to the left is your left curve. A and up throws a slow pitch, and if you have enough drop rating on your pitcher, he will throw a sinker, which you saw me swing at and miss. When Chacho threw a sinker pitch, it dropped in the dirt, and I missed it. If you don't have enough of a drop rating, it just throws a changeup or a slow pitch right down the middle of the plate, or you might be able to curve it. And generally speaking, that's not a pitch you want to throw because somebody will kill it. And now we got something. We might score a run here. Let's see. I got my right fielder who can't hit that well. Ooh, nice pitch. Not swinging at that. And even though the SNK Crushers are a terrible team, this starting pitcher is actually very good. They also have a good closing pitcher. It's just their position players aren't very good. Some of them have really bad defense. Some of them can't run, some of them can't hit. But mostly it's their defense that's terrible and their speed. Oh, they got me. My guy was too slow. So I'm running in my own outs. That's not a good thing to do. Third baseman. You can bunt in this game, and the swing is the A button, and to bunt, you can just tap the A button, and you can kind of do a directional swing, try to move the bunt where you want to. But you don't want to bunt with 2 strikes, because if you bunt with 2 strikes, it's a rule in baseball, and the ball goes foul, you're automatically out. That counts as a strikeout. So I had 2 strikes, so I didn't want to show you a bunt. I might bunt with my pitcher, because I know he can't hit. And that kind of proves it right there. Come on, throw me a pitch over the plate. There we go, there's a bunt. And if you saw, I moved my batter in the box a little bit and managed to push the ball towards first base. You can also angle the bat to try to get it where you want. Nice hit. Oops. Nope, it got me. Fooled me on the fastball. I'm just going to run because I have 2 outs anyway. And it wouldn't matter if he dropped it. I'll maybe pitch one more inning and then I'll call this one for the test. So if there's somebody joining me on the stream channel right now, I thank you very much for joining me. I'm not looking at my stream right now. So I can look at this in full screen and kind of get the full experience here. And I want to thank you. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel where I do some Madden franchise, and I'm going to add these kind of videos where I do some old school gaming. There's a couple of tricks and hints that I know that I want to share with the community, even though this system's, what, 40 years old now? Maybe nobody cares about it anymore. Maybe some Super Nintendo stuff. And we'll just see where it goes. There's a game called Bases Loaded, which is another really good baseball game for the NES. And I believe I am the only one that knows this trick in that game. And I don't want to reveal too much because I might be giving it away. So we'll save that for another time. If I get some followers on here, I'll have a world exclusive for a game that nobody cares about anymore. What a hit there. Got a lead-off double. That's not bad. There's also a slaughter rule in this game. If you're up by 10 runs at the end of an inning, they will call the game. So you don't have to play a full 9 innings if you can score enough runs and the other team does not score any runs. It has to be less than 10 runs and to keep the game going. Wow, that was a slow guy. Oh, not going to make that. Get back. You can take advantage of the AI on defense as far as how they throw. See, I can get a single out of that because they tried to get the force out at home, but it wasn't a force. I have a base now. I have to go to the next base. I don't have a choice. Will that get through? Just barely. See that a decent first baseman would have made that play. Their first baseman is terrible as far as defense goes. You hear the music change when you have runners in scoring position. You get a little bit more of a rah-rah music going. And that's something I've always liked about this game too. It's kind of an iconic theme of the music, the do-do-do-do-do, when you're normally playing, and then this when you get guys on base and in scoring position. You can see my pitcher cannot hit at all. He had 0 and 0 for hitting and batting, so... and he managed to make... That might be a hit if he... So the guy with 0 and 0 manages to get a hit. So, stats don't mean everything. Maybe it was that one luck he had. Ugh, this guy's throwing taters. When your pitcher gets tired, you will notice it in the fact that his pitches will come in a lot slower. He'll lose speed off his fastball, and sometimes, if he gets really tired, he won't be able to put curve on the ball anymore. The ball just come in straight down the plate. And, yeah, generally speaking, it's not going to be a good day for your pitcher when he gets tired. The batters will start teeing off. And how quickly they get tired is strictly based on their stamina rating. Higher the stamina, the more innings they can pitch before they get tired. Or more, I should say more pitches, it's not really innings. I've been getting a lot of hits off this guy, that's why he's getting tired. They're going to bring him out soon. See, if I score one more run, I might be able to just end this game early. If I can get one more run, and then I can shut them down on defense, that's going to end this inning, I think. I think that's 2 outs. Sometimes they drop the ball. They're not that great. Nope, I only have 1 out. Okay, good thing I didn't run. Could have got myself into a double play to end the inning. I don't want that. That's not going to get through, darn it. Yeah. So no slaughter rule. I need one more run, and I just couldn't get it. Let's see. Maybe play one more inning, see if I can get it. And my pitcher's not good enough. Second baseman just barely got there. And you can throw the ball away. So you got to be careful how you throw the ball. If you're too close to a base, you might overthrow your defender and throw it into the outfield. And cause an error. Oh, my guy had enough drops. Struck him out. Good job. Yeah, they're going to pinch hit for their pitcher. So he will not be throwing the ball anymore. Good defense at third. And they're going to bring in Ikawa. Or Ikawa. Not sure how you say that. Ooh. See if we can get one more run here. If not, we'll just end it here. That's going to be a hit. It's going to be more than a hit. No, it's not. No, I'm not going to be able to cheese him on this one. This guy might be fast enough to steal a base, though. Just barely fast enough to steal that base. Oh, I shouldn't have swung at that. What am I doing? What are you doing, Ben? Ooh. Come on now. All I need is one more run. They will get a chance to bat if I score one more run. The home team always gets a chance. It's going to move the guy over to third, so all I got to do is put a ball in play, and I can get this player home from third. There we go. Now they're going to... Oh, no. Wow. Whoa, I got lucky there. I almost ran myself into an out. Wow. Good grief. I'm showing you what not to do, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just take that extra base. They're going to give it to me. Do I want to take my pitcher out? Do I have somebody that can hit? Well, the guy I made my shortstop can hit. Let's bring him in. Let's see what we can do here. I know my pitcher can't hit all that well. Oh my goodness. You can hit batters in this game. That pitch would have hit me probably if I didn't swing at it. Oh my goodness. Am I going to strike out with my pinch hitter? That would be terrible. Come on, give me a good pitch. There we go. That's not going to do it, though. That's going to drop. There it is. There's my run. 10 runs. Might as well get more if I can, right? Ooh, they could have called that a strike. I would have been okay with that. Looked like it was over the plate to me. They're going to catch that. You can hear the change in pitch of the squeakiness, I guess, of the ball when it's in the air. The higher the pitch, the higher it is in the air, and the lower it is, that means it's getting closer to the ground. So you can kind of judge how far a ball and how high it's hit and where to put your fielder by the tone that they give you. I thought that was a nice touch. And that'll end the inning for them. But you're going to see I'm going to bring in my closer, who's not really rated all that well, but as long as I can stop them from scoring a run. Well, they'd need 2 runs. I gotta bring it to less than a 10-run lead. Oh, ooh! I thought he was gonna be safe. Last out, let's go! And that'll do it. Slaughter rule. I'll win by 10, or by 11 actually. They didn't score a run. And that didn't let up a hit either, so a shutout. And they keep track of wins, saves, losses, home runs. They do that in the season. They'll track RBI leaders, save leaders, ERA leaders, batting average leaders. It doesn't keep track of everything. No doubles, triples, or stolen bases or anything like that. It was a very basic game. Now you can see 7,000 people showed up, and I got $16,000. That's because neither of our teams are popular. If I played in League, I'd get a little bit more money. Generally speaking, in a versus mode, you get less money than if you played a League game. There are a couple teams that makes an exception. So I'm just going to end this here. There are a couple more features to the game. You can hire and fire players, and obviously if you make a team and you don't want it anymore, you can remove it. But I'm just going to go ahead and end that here. This was proof of concept to see if this would work, and it looks like it may have. So I want to thank you very much if you joined me, and if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much. And if you could, leave me a comment, leave me a like, leave me a subscribe, because the more I hear back from people, the more kind of content I'm going to make based on what my comments and likes and all are. So if more people are liking this Nintendo stuff and Super Nintendo stuff, I'll do more of that. If more people like my Madden stuff, I'll do that. So thank you again. You all take care. It's been great. I hope you like Baseball Stars, and maybe you can find a copy of it somewhere. I still have a working Nintendo. It's an 8-bit system. The system still works. I have 2 working controllers still. All of my game cartridges still work, and the save states work on them, even though those batteries are only supposed to last 3 to 5 years. Here it is 35, 40 years later, and mine still work. So how about that? Good quality old Nintendo. How about that? So thank you very much. You all take care. Have a great one. We'll see you next time on Benvenue's Corner. Let's find out how I end this thing. Help! I don't know what I'm doing. See ya, everybody. Wait a minute. I'm so mixed up on this reverse image.